What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Lesser Athletes. My name is Chadwell, and today, like always, another interesting video for you here on the channel. Today is a video that I was not planning to make, okay? I just completed a 7-hour drive from Nebraska. I don't know why. I went to Nebraska. Couldn't go see SummerSlam because of a concert I was going to. Then, came back from Nebraska, watched SummerSlam. Saw the mayhem, saw the insanity, came up with a lot of videos, good enough, but my God, what an event to miss. But at least I still got to watch it, and I didn't get spoiled because D&D, what a wonderful invention. You can probably tell in my voice that it's very late, and by late I mean it's morning now. 100% morning now. People are awake by now. And I haven't slept. Seth Rollins has cashed in. We're going to talk about it because this is a video that I don't care if I have no sleep. I want to talk about it because Seth Rollins, you dirty dog. I cannot believe you cashed in on CM Punk. My God, that's poetic. And that's what we're kind of talking about. Uh-oh, didn't work. There we go. One of the best / poetic cash-ins of all in recent times. I almost said all times, but I do think it could be all times. To me, this was truthfully the most beautiful thing I've seen. If Punk was going to win the title, to me, I kept thinking, truthfully, Seth is injured. But even if he's injured, and that's why I made that Seth cash-in video. To me, if he's injured and Punk does win the title, he should cash in on Punk because what's his whole mission? Punk doesn't win a championship. So, Punk and Gunther deliver a banger of a match, an insane banger of a match. Great match. Punk barely wins. Just bloodied Gunther. And then Seth Rollins' music hit. When Seth Rollins' music hit, I was like, oh, this guy's going to come out in crutches and actually kill him, or Braun Breaker is going to spear him immediately, even though he was rumored injured. Well, he did come out in crutches, and then how commentary was saying it, I was like, aw, like he's not going to cash in. You should have heard my out loud gasp in the car when I see two crutches fully just fall. Oh my God. I did not expect that. Now, there's so much things that we're going to talk about as well with the injury, but let's first say this. This cash-in was exactly, and I mean exactly, what it needed to be. I know people are kind of mad about Seth Rollins winning Money in the Bank, but if this was the end goal where he would cash in either on Punk, a heel, cash in on a babyface, it just made too much sense. It made too much sense, and this was perfect. Love LA Knight. Love a Penta. Was Penta there? Penta was there, right? Yeah. Love a Solo Sikoa. They're not making this moment. And he did exactly what he needed to do. Punk became champ for 5 minutes and 10 seconds, which is less than Drew McIntyre. For some reason, I thought it would be like 7 minutes. So he could say, oh, I'm so more than Drew McIntyre. Nope. Can't say that. And it is so poetic that CM Punk, who was the champion, got cashed in on by Seth Rollins in less than 5 minutes when he screwed Drew McIntyre, who wasn't champion for 5 minutes. Drew McIntyre called it karma. I have to agree with Drew McIntyre. My God, is that karma. I'm happy that he won a title, and now his name is technically in the legacy of winning a title. But my God, people are going to be waiting for that Punk reign. I'm so entirely shocked that that happened. Truthfully, so shocked. Now let's talk about the injury. Was the injury fake or just minor, or there was no injury at all? So reports say it was a fake injury, but then it became real. So here's what the report said, and then that's why I didn't believe him at all, because the report said they were planning on a fake injury, then he actually legitimately got hurt. Now they're not doing the fake injury angle, which again, I think what happened was maybe they were playing the fake injury, But he got injured and they pivoted, and maybe recently in upcoming news, they found out it was just a minor, or he had a minor injury before, and maybe he did sell it that well. I don't know. And maybe I think possibly he couldn't have had a match at SummerSlam, but he could do a cash in. I think that's the most likely scenario we're at, where he can't do a match, he can do a cash in. Yeah, so reports say it was fake, then became real. Then they decided to do it. I do think it was minor and just went with the plan. So I say can't wait to see Real Story, because Unreal, the director of Unreal, was in there when that was going down. So my thought process is that might be Unreal Season 2, where they kind of reveal everything that happened here. I hope to God they tell the real story. Don't know if they will. We'll see on that. But yeah, I think this was a minor injury. It wasn't fully like a bad injury, but there had to be some type of injury that couldn't let him go SummerSlam, because one, reports about him and LA Knight, which if this is all fake, then LA Knight got screwed out of SummerSlam. Crazy. Two, the plan was for Roman versus Seth to happen at SummerSlam, and they decided Roman versus Braun Breaker and Jey Uso versus Bronson Reed. I think the probable thing was going to be CM Punk and Seth, and then or CM Punk and Gunther, and then it was going to be Seth and Roman, with Roman beating Seth. I think that's what it was, and then I don't think he could have done a full match. I think that's the biggest problem I see out of all this. But I think it was somewhat of a real injury. So if you've been watching Raw, Plan B was something that they've been talking on Raw. I think it was the Monday night before Saturday night's main event, if I'm not wrong. Don't know for sure. They kind of just quick, Paul Heyman said something about Bronson and Braun before they had a match. Seth is out planning Plan B. We're going to Plan B. And they go, what's Plan B? And then it doesn't happen. No one says anything. So I thought it was maybe a new member like Tony D'Angelo. Would have made sense because of the hint at NXT. I thought it could have been something else. I just did not think it was something here. So Paul Heyman tweeted this 7 hours ago after he wins the title. Isn't this a tradition WWE that the brand new champion always poses in a gorilla position with someone? I'm talking about Triple H. I hate to say we told you, but we told you about Plan B. So ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman. So I'm guessing Plan B was the injury angle. I mean, Plan B was to act injured and then all of a sudden go crazy. Okay. I just have nothing to say on that. I just don't know. That's just crazy. I really think that there had to be a minor injury, because you would not switch up the card so much. That made so much sense. You just don't throw Braun Breaker Bronson versus Roman and Jey. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, Seth's reigns and plans. So the thing that gets me the most excited, I think, about this reign, and that love Punk to death, didn't get me excited as much for Punk's reign. When he first won, I was thinking just in my head, I was like, man, who could he go against? Who's the heels on Raw right now? Well, the heels on Raw that are actual main eventers, what, like Drew? Not on Raw. Seth. Braun. Like, that's it. Gunther, gone. I do believe that I'm going to do probably a Raw review or a SummerSlam review. I think the blood angle where they said it was a broken nose, I think it was so that he can get surgery on his nose. We'll see on that. But I really do wonder how a CM Punk reign would have been. I think we'll see in the future when they actually shift stuff up. But let's talk about it. Let's talk about some questions. When will they run back Seth versus Punk? That's the first thing we'll talk. We'll go down the whole list. Seth versus Punk, you would think Punk would come out this Monday Night Raw and call out Seth Rollins and maybe they beat him down and he comes back maybe the SmackDown in Chicago on like the 5th. I just saw it. Maybe that's the case. Maybe it's instead Punk waiting for a while and maybe waits till... I don't think he should wait all the way till Mania. Maybe till like Raw premiere. Maybe Survivor Series there's a match. A Hell in a Cell. I couldn't tell you. I just think that Seth has to run it back against Punk for his championship. And when will that be? Don't know. But the reason why I think I'm so excited for Seth Rollins' reign now is that, I mean, back when he was a babyface, he was a workhorse champion. He defended the title all the time. Now when you look at him in this heel persona, I don't know if he'll defend the championship as much. Will he have a lot of options though? Yeah. That's what I'm most excited for. I expect like Penta to be somebody he goes against. LA Knight. I think LA Knight could go against him in Clash of Paris, to be honest with you. I think he could be like, yo, I pinned you last time, even though you faked the injury. I still pinned you. I should be the number one contender right now. Why was I not there? Then goes against him. I said other small names to get shots, just not even small names like Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, Ilya Dragunov. I think when he comes back, there could be a lot of different players involved to really have like a good reign with a lot of defenses. So then now the second question I throw is, well, let me actually say this. Either we'll have, I think Reigns and Rollins will be a match in 2026. I bet it's not going to be SummerSlam. I bet it'll be Mania. I have been booking for the title to be on there so Roman wins a title back, because he's kind of just to win the title back. And getting the World Heavyweight Champion will look nice, but he's trashed out championships so much that he keeps falling down on my list when I think about people to dethrone now. Seth Rollins right now. But yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. Like, I could see maybe Seth versus Knight happen sometime. Maybe it's not the first defense. I thought maybe it could be the first defense because he was number one contender. Maybe not. And then what you do is you run Knight and Seth at some point before Royal Rumble, and ultimately, Roman helps Knight win. Maybe it's that, but with Sami, I don't know. Let's talk about who could dethrone him, though. I'm going to make a separate video talking about who will dethrone Seth Rollins. I'm just going to quickly talk with you with 5 people that I could potentially see, and you're going to want to see in the video for why I say for each one mostly, or my rankings actually for each one. There's going to be more people, but they're kind of a tier list. The first people I'm immediately thinking of right now, Braun Breaker, obviously. It just feels like Braun Breaker will side with Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins would get screwed. Don't like that right now. I want that to be like in a year thing or SummerSlam. Rather do that. Sami Zayn winning the Royal Rumble makes too much sense. I think, to be honest with you, he could be closer to number 1 because of beating Karrion Kross. Don't get me started on that. Beat Karrion Kross. Now focus on world titles. Makes sense. Punk running it back. Makes sense to almost give it to him. That's 3 or 4. Braun, Punk, Sami. Oh, LA Knight. I think he was number 1 contender. They had a few. Makes sense. My 5th one is Roman. Keeps falling down on my list. I think he should be up there, top whatever, but keeps falling down because I keep thinking he wouldn't do it for the championship. He just cares about the Rollins, so you don't need the championship there. That's going to be it for the video. It's going to be a quick video. Or I don't think it's actually a quick video. It's just going to be a yapping video because I'm still waiting for the second night of SummerSlam before I make any of these SummerSlam videos. But there's going to be a lot of WWE content, a lot of NBA content coming out on the channel. So other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.